body. Today we have no idea what we're going to talk about, so we're just going to allow ourselves to bring up whatever it is that we feel in this moment.
I'm feeling pretty good today, and this music, if you let it in your body, makes you feel even better. And I've been thinking about something for a long time, and I'd like to ask you, Andrew.
Go on.
We've all learned that once we were very, very pure, and you told me about the greatest poem that's ever been written.
Yeah,
It's about a child, isn't it?
it is.
And that child gets scarred and goes through some really, really bad things, some not so bad, however, changes them, doesn't it?
It does.
So, I have a 5-year-old son, you have 3 daughters, and today I would like to say, how can we're never going to keep them pure, but how can we make them beautiful people? What would you say to that, Andrew?
Well, I would say that even when they do grow up with these issues that they'll suffer with consciously or unconsciously, they'll still be very beautiful.
Can we do things now, knowing what we know from our life, from our experiences? We can make their futures a hell of a lot better, can't we?
I like to use the analogy of a seed. You take a seed, you place the seed in some nourishing, fertile soil. That soil is outside with the cool wind blowing above it, the sun gently shining down, watered like a child. You give the child a beautiful environment that allows it to grow like the seed into a beautiful flower, or a beautiful example of its true self. When we tell our children not to feel pain, not to feel anger, their opinions don't matter, they look at themselves and they say, I shouldn't feel this anger, I shouldn't feel this pain, and they push them past themselves away. If you can just love a child for who they are, what they feel, unconditionally, that will allow them to grow into the best flower that they could be.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful words.
Thank you.
It's easy
I
to...
really like the flower bit.
And the seed.
The seed's nice. The seed's nice, yeah. And the sun, the wind.
Outside, the raw elements, that was good.
Thanks.
But it's easy to shout at a child, isn't it? It's easy.
I felt like you just put me in a really loving environment.
It's good to feel love. It's one of the best feelings. It's good to laugh. It's good to look out the window and think, you know what? We've got all that we need. We can breathe. We've got family. Just enjoy what's there. Instead of too many people are searching, aren't they? Searching for something better.
Searching for the happiness in the outside world, because deep down within their own internal world, they don't feel happiness.
But it's so easy to find. And you go up and down, you'll go back into that bad way, but just remember what got you into the happy place, and you know, you're in control of that. I mean, I once shouted at my son for spilling a drink, and it wasn't his fault. Children are clumsy.
You shouted at your son for spilling a drink?
And I felt so bad. And I realised, and he had a bit of fear. And I thought I will never shout at him again for spilling a drink. And that doesn't mean that you can't have discipline with children. They need some sort of morals, don't they, to know what's right and wrong. However, just think next time, if you was that child and you get shouted at by an adult for doing something that you couldn't even help.
Shut up! Shut up, for God's sake! What are you going on about? Go on anyway.
Was it too much love?
No, go on.
Did you have a problem with love then?
No.
What did you have a problem with?
I just thought it'd be perfect timing to shout at you. How did you feel when I shouted at you?
I got pretty scared because I haven't been shouted at for a long time. But trying to get...
Go on, you've not been shouted at for a long time. When was the last time you were shouted at?
Last week.
What happened?
Got involved in an argument, didn't I? However, I stayed pretty calm.
No. In the argument, what was said to you?
A lot of awful things, a lot of bad things.
And have you dealt with those bad things yet?
Yes, 100%. I do a little thing now before I go to sleep, and I go back to most of the time a bad memory. Sometimes I think of the good memories because that's good, but I go back to a bad memory just before I fall asleep. And what I do is go back to that moment, whether I'm 25, 15 or 5, and I just say, you know what, you turned out pretty good for that experience, and we've all got some secrets that we don't even tell our best friends, are too horrifying to tell. Some of them, if we do tell people, because they haven't experienced that, they're like, it's not that bad. I don't know why that's a big deal, but everything's a big deal to that person. But I'll just go back and say, you know what, you turned out pretty decent, so don't worry. You put up barriers and you handled it the best you could at that time, but now just be free.
Let's speak in a really inspirational voice to the viewers. You can be anything that you want to be.
Anything. You can dream and become that dream.
You are perfect, just the way that you are.
And look at what you've achieved after everything that you've been through.
You say that you can't do this, that you can't do that, but as Craig just said, you're still standing, you're still breathing, and somewhere amongst all of that turmoil is love. Love for the mums and the dads, brothers and sisters, friends. Somewhere in all of that is love. And if you can find that love, that can be healing for you. And the music stopped being a bit inspirational now, hasn't it?
But remember, the negative things that have happened in your life has made you become the person you are. So don't just feed off the negative things and say, this happened to me, this stopped me from being this person. You're beautiful. You are beautiful.
I'm beautiful, and I've made a hell of a lot of mistakes, but I'm at a place now in my life where I can love myself for being that imperfect human being that acts in ways that consciously have caused me a lot of pain in the past. The music's coming back on now, I've got to really say something that's beautiful. I'm a reject, I'm a mistake.
You're not a reject, mate.
I'm a mistake then, and we're saying that we're all mistakes, we're all rejects.
Best mistake I've ever met.
Best reject I've ever known.
This guy has helped me an awful lot these last few months when I really needed him. And we turn to the people that are close, and sometimes them friends can say the wrong things and they can act angry, but deep
The
down
music's getting better, come on.
it's because
Come on.
they truly love you. A lot of people truly love you, and you say, why do you say these bad
Come on,
things?
yes, come on.
Why do you say leave him? He's no good for
Come on,
me.
let the
It's
emotion
because
come
he
up.
cares. They care for you. So you know what? Text your mom, text your dad, text whoever you truly love, and just text them I love you. And they'll text back saying, why are you saying that? Are you drunk? And just say, I'm drunk with happiness.
Should we meditate to that?
I love you. I love you.
Who do you love more? You.
I did text my brother the other day because I had a dream about him, and he was laughing at me in the dream, which he always does. He's a bit of a prankster. But I woke up and realised how much I loved him, and I texted him. And do you know what he said?
Do I?
He says he's a mechanic, and I always text him about problems with my car. So he said, what's happened to your car?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, absolutely nothing. I had a dream about you, and I realised how much I love you. He said, yeah, bring the car in, I'll sort it out. And you know what? I loved him even more for him saying that. Just love people, that's all you can do.
People find it very hard showing that love for people, because we feel that we're going to be vulnerable and we've let our defences down. So people like to mask over love with blah 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 blah.
You are. I'll be sorry. Love is beautiful. I mean, I got a problem with negative stuff. I don't like people talking negative, and do you know what? I've got to change that. Them negative people probably need me more than the people that are positive, and I hang around positive people, happy people. But you know what? What I'm going to do is take a bit of time out for those people who have got issues, and I might not be able to help them. I might say the wrong things to them, but I want to at least try, not walk away anymore, because I love them.
Good for you.
It's brilliant being in love, isn't it? And it's not even with a single person.
Fuck's sake.
It's the love of, the love of simplicity.
You done that.
I love you. I love you.